Thiago Santos versus Glover Teixeira just took place in the main event of UFC Fight Night Vegas 13. Santos versus Teixeira, and Glover Teixeira came in, got the job done against Thiago Santos, a dangerous man in the light heavyweight division with crazy power. He was not supposed to go out there and do this. Santos is a dangerous man, coming off a knee surgery, but still went out there, looked pretty good on the feet, and landed some hard leg kicks as well, which showed that his leg can't be that bad. It obviously wasn't affecting him in the fight. He looked good on his feet. It didn't look like Santos was off. It just looked like Glover Teixeira went out there, went straight for the legs, and picked up, as a 41-year-old, went out there and picked up Thiago Santos, slammed him to the ground, and just had his way with him in the grappling department at 41 years of age. I mean, this is final. It must be resurrection season. First Biden, now Teixeira. I mean, Teixeira's wasn't even rigged for him. You know what I mean? Like Teixeira was up against it. It wasn't rigged in his favor. Like, he actually had to go out there and overcome something to get it. And Teixeira's a dangerous man in that division. I think he poses threats to Israel Adesanya. I know that sounds crazy to say, because Adesanya could just go out there and clip him on the chin and it could be all over. But still, if he gets a hold of Adesanya, it's going to be problems. Teixeira is just ragdolling these light heavyweights, and it is crazy to see. I thought the Anthony Smith one was just because Anthony Smith was shit. Now Santos is as well. It can't be two in a row. It must be that Glover is a monster and just dominated them. Like, I know Santos had his moments and even dropped Glover in the first round and in the third round and was dominating the third round before the finish, but still, that was what it was. Out of the 3 rounds, 90% of those rounds were Glover on top of Santos landing ground and pound. Like, good moment for Santos in the first round, catches him with a short hook. Glover comes in for the takedown. Santos defends it well, smashes him again, then doesn't separate in time whatsoever, and Glover gets the takedown, and Santos just couldn't. First of all, the scramble of Santos in the first takedown was strange. Glover slammed him to the canvas, and instead of going into half guard or side control, Santos kind of shimmied himself to be mounted, and Glover just, okay, I'll step right over and get this full mount, and then just started smashing Santos in the first round. I don't think it could be a 10-8, but I think it could be a 10-9. I would have given a 10-8 if he didn't get dropped, but because he got dropped, it was already in Santos' favour, so he had to do a little bit more to earn himself a 10-8 round. I thought it was a 10-9 in the first round for Glover Teixeira, but the second round, 10-8, potentially. He went out there, dominated start to finish, got him straight to the canvas, picked him up, slammed him down, straight over the guard like it's nothing. 41 years of age. Straight over Santos' guard like it's nothing. Into full mount, landing ground and pound the entire round. I actually gave the second round a 10-8 for sure. I'm just looking at some of the stats now. Hopefully they have round 2 stats up here. 22-3 on strikes in the second round. Dominates him there. Then the third round comes around. Santos goes out there, looks good. Glover Teixeira goes for a takedown. Santos throws a knee, which misses, but it gives him an opening where he lands a big hook. Straight on the chin. Teixeira's down again. 41 years of age guy. Concussed and on the ground in front of you, Thiago Santos, former title contender that went to a split decision with John Jones and KO'd the current champion before that. Hey, Santos. This is just weird to me. It's just a weird time, you know what I mean, to be in the sport of MMA. Hey, Santos, the guy who went to a split decision with John Bones Jones on one leg. Hey, Santos, the guy who KO'd the current champion, who KO'd Dominic Reyes, who everyone thinks beat John Jones. Hey, Santos, there's a 41-year-old man concussed on his back. Decent. And he just couldn't. He just landed good shots in the third, and then Glover just resurrected. Straight back up, straight in on the double leg, and instead of defending it, Santos goes for his little punches in the clinch, which was dumb. Eventually gets taken down again, and then gives up his back, and then rolls over after full mount, and then rear naked chokes in there. I mean, Teixeira almost had a rear naked choke at the end of the second round, and Santos got saved by the bell, which I think cemented the second round as a 10-8 round, but come on. Resurrection season. Teixeira is actually a monster. He just ran through the whole division. Like, this isn't just Teixeira beat Thiago Santos. I was talking about this. This isn't just Teixeira. We need a gimme fight for Santos to get a title shot. This ain't boxing, where they just find an old guy around to make a younger guy look really good before his title fight. This was not a fluky win for Teixeira. Like, he's done this for every single opponent. Like, he beat Carl Roberson. He beat Ion Cutelaba. You know? And Cutelaba stuffed all of the takedowns early in that fight. Teixeira could not get a takedown in that fight. Carl Roberson Got taken down, had his way with him on the ground, did Glover Teixeira, but even Nikita Krylov stuffed a bunch of takedowns in that fight, had good takedown defense. Anthony Smith got smashed by him. Top Contender went 5 rounds with Jones. And then Santos gets smashed by him. Top Contender went 5 rounds with Jones, and one of the judges thought that he won the fight. I mean, it's just good on you, Teixeira. Good job, dude. Old man getting it done. He wants to say thanks to the woman that put peel in his sandwiches, and say thanks to the man that played chess with him, and want to say thank you to the nurse that watches Price is Right with me in the nursing home. It's crazy. He's 41, and he's a title elimination bout in the UFC. That is actually unheard of. The UFC. Let me just put this into perspective. The UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the greatest MMA promotion in the world in terms of skill, we can all agree, other than Josh Thompson, who seems to think that somehow Melvin Manhoef getting destroyed by Anderson makes the UFC look bad for some reason. I don't even know what Josh Thompson thinks, but he seems to think that Bellator has a chance. But still, I definitely don't, and we know that they don't. UFC is the best promotion in the world. Light Heavyweight World Championship, one below heavyweight, 205. 41-year-old about to get a title shot. It's just, in perspective, as much as I love Glover Teixeira, and even in my prediction of this fight, by the way, I said that Santos would win by TKO in the first round. I was close, very close to that happening. In fact, if Santos just created some distance there in the first, he probably would have got it done. But, yeah. You know, just to put it in perspective, regardless of that I want Teixeira to win, even in my prediction video, I said this, I was about to say this. I put it in the comment section. The pinned comment in my prediction video is still hoping for the resurrection for Glover, though. I wanted Glover to win just out of the meme of the resurrection. Like the one last run with Overeem. I don't really want Overeem to be heavyweight champion because it makes the whole sport look bad. An old guy can do that. But I want him to because it's one last run. I'm rooting for him. He's an older guy. But to have a 41-year-old now fighting for a belt at light heavyweight maybe next, and the champ's 37... it doesn't look good on the light heavyweight division at all. I need people to separate themselves and try and understand my 5-head play here. It doesn't look good on the division at all for a 41-year-old to be fighting for a belt. If a division is good, everyone should be in their prime. Look at the divisions that are the best in the UFC right now, the lightweight division being one of them. Habib, early 30s. McGregor, early 30s. Dustin Poirier, early 30s. How old is Justin Gaethje? I'd imagine early 30s. Obviously, Tony Ferguson's a bit of an enigma, but he's only 37 or 36 even. Justin Gaethje, how old? 31. Early 30s, in his prime. All the divisions that are good have guys in their prime or younger. And then light heavyweight hits us with a big old Teixeira to ruin everyone's parlays, I'm sure. But everyone knows both are getting robbed, ruin their parlays. But still, yeah, man, Teixeira just... I don't know anymore, Teixeira. It's just like, do I pick him against Yan? I don't pick him against Yan. It's Teixeira. But here's the thing. I don't pick him against Yan. It's Teixeira. But it's Teixeira. And he dominates everyone now. But it shouldn't be allowed that he does that. I don't know how he's doing it at 41. It just kind of makes the whole division look bad. But it makes him look really good at the same time, so I give him that credit. But I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from here with how it makes it look the division. And I tell you this, John Jones looks like fucking shit. John Jones looks like shit. Really fucking bad now. He took Thiago Santos on one leg to a split decision. Yeah, no. Santos had one leg in that fight, and Glover just destroyed him. So, you know. I don't know. What, does Teixeira beat Jones now? What? I don't even know what happens. I don't know what happens in this sport, but there's some things happen, and Teixeira's Teixeira, you know? This is just one of them things. This is the new meme. The resurrection of Teixeira is fucking for real. And he's a savage. He's just out here doing the damn thing, taking care of his grandkids, whooping up on people. And I know that Santos is 36 or 37, so even that's not very good for the division, but it's just like... wow, Santos had nothing for the takedowns. No idea how to escape off a bottom. Teixeira stayed on top of him the entire time. Same thing with Anthony Smith. Got taken down by Teixeira. Nothing for him. Absolutely nothing for Teixeira off of his back. And Teixeira just ragdolls. It's just mad to see. But good stuff. I hope Teixeira gets a title shot, honestly. I'd postpone Adesanya Blakovic because, in my opinion, there's no way you can't give Teixeira a title shot. He's going to be the #1 contender 100%. But Jones looks really bad. Even Jan Blachowicz, got finished by Santos, guys. Dominated in the first round. Had a good second round. Then got TKO'd. Rushing forward. Out stiff. Teixeira's got a better chin than Blachowicz. It's just... I don't understand how to do this sport anymore. I don't know how to MMA. I need someone to teach me again. But I still got a good prediction rate on the card, 80% win ratio. But, yeah, that happened, you know. Yeah, Glover Teixeira, man. Good stuff. I'm happy for him. I am actually happy. I don't have any allegiance to Thiago Santos. I'm not a huge Thiago Santos fan or anything, but I just... light heavyweight, man. This is it, you know. Hopefully Rakic can save us, because we need some young guys to really take the fucking throne, because otherwise... I mean, why does it always have to people that have lost to John Jones have to go on and do well? Glover Teixeira, it's a sucky thing, but I like it, but it's a sucky thing at the same time for the division. But good stuff from Glover Teixeira. Dominated. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm coming from here. I'm not hating on Teixeira. I'm just telling you the way it makes the division look. But people probably dislike it because they don't have a fucking brain. And, yeah, it's interesting stuff. Glover Teixeira, man. The resurrection's real. Give him a title shot instead of Adesanya versus Blachowicz. There's no way you can't give it to him. He'll be #1. He's beaten good guys in the division. Give him the title shot. He's too old anyway now, so just don't make him wait any longer. Clearly, he's in his second prime. Somehow in his second prime. I don't understand how that works, but guess that's a thing now. Waiting for his... maybe that's what fighters aren't doing correctly. Wait, do all fighters have a second prime? Everyone who stays around until their second prime does well. Look at Stipe. Coming into his second prime now. Look at Couture. Is there a second prime that we don't know about? Look at GSP coming back against Bisping. I think fighters get to 34 and start thinking they're slowing down. But I reckon if they just stuck it out a little bit and got to 37, they start feeling a bit better again. You know what I mean? Who knows? Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Click that button up there. Goodbye. Give him the title shot next. I don't give a fuck about Adesanya Blakovic anymore. Stop. Don't hold it up. Just give Teixeira the title shot. He's earned it. Goodbye.